As the Chief Innovation Officer, perhaps you could share, why is it so critical for a media company to remain at the forefront of technology?
When I had mentioned before, when I started in newspapers, right. I was one of 120 reporters and editors at that newspaper, which was the Trenton Times in Trenton, New Jersey. I was just back down there recently. The building itself is gone, wow. And I believe they have 5 or 6 editorial employees, and that's in the span of about 20 years since I've left there. And 20 years is a long time, but it shouldn't be that long to wipe out an industry like media, right. Because that's how we've competed. So I think where media got lost was forgetting who the audiences were and who was actually reading them. I always tell this quick story about, there was a day when I worked on a Sunday at the newspaper, and I was the only person there answering phones, and I had a big front page story in that Sunday paper. I was very proud of it, and the phone was ringing off the hook with people, and I was answering the phones in the newsroom. And it was everybody complaining that the inserts, the little circulars and coupons, weren't in the paper that got delivered. And I finally got very huffy with one woman on the phone, and I said to her, "Ma'am," she said to me, "What am I supposed to do with this newspaper if I don't have my coupons in it?" And I said, "Well, I have this great story on the front page. I have no idea what you're talking about." Of course. And at that point, I should have known that, there are certain people who will always tune out the medium of that's being delivered, and they would want that paper for different reasons. People, what we've seen particularly in the politically fragmented media now, is that people want and have the option of not only going to media that they think serves their own worldview, but also having conversations outside of that media about that. And so if you're not really on top of the conversations that are having around the storytelling that's going on in media, and by the way, this isn't just in media, this is in brands too. There are these very organic conversations happening on the social media platforms that if you're not involved in that, if you're not both listening to it and then engaging with that, you're going to lose control of your own story. And that happened to media. That's happened to brands with a lot of high-profile brand blow-ups recently. And so you really have to be ahead and think of the risks of saying certain things, doing certain types of stories, alienating your audience, and also figure out a way to continue to challenge those audiences so that they continue to learn and grow.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.